a career coach. Welcome. Again, my name is Charlene Williams, and I'm a career coach assigned to general studies, but we definitely offer career coaching services to all students. Today's workshop is whose career is it anyway? Your career, your decision. And I also have Janet Marquis here, and she can say hello as well. She's going to be monitoring the chat for us. So if you have any questions that you'd like to put in the chat, and as we respond to certain questions that I may ask, she'll be telling me about those responses that are put into the chat as well. Janet, would you like to say hi?
Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here. And as I said before, some of you come in, it's very impressive that students will take their fall break to participate in something to continue their education. That's a real commitment. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. It shows how important your career and your education is to you. So definitely we appreciate you being here with us today. All right. So we'll go ahead and get started as we continue to hear that lovely chime of people coming into the room. I love it, love it, love it. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And just tell you a little bit about today's objectives for the workshop. We want to learn about the career exploration process. What does that mean? And how do we identify some strong career options based on our individual strengths and preferences? Learn how to link your major and your career together. I'm going for this major. How does that actually link to the career I want to pursue? And then learn how to feel more confident in your career decision. I feel like students don't leave college because they can't do the work. They leave because they aren't very confident of what they're doing and how it's going to associate with their future. So the more confident you feel in that decision, the better it will feel as you pursue your major and your degree, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody ever feel like this? I know I have. Where you feel like, oh my gosh, I got so many ideas in my head that is just driving me crazy. I think I'm going one way and then all these other ideas come into my mind and I just don't know what to do with all this information. Or you have friends and family and people telling you what they think you should do as far as a career or a major, or they think, you know, you would be best at, or you think you got this thing really planned out. But the more and more you look at it, it just looks like there's other options that kind of turn you onto other paths. So today's workshop is going to give you some strategies to help you feel a little bit more confident in your plan. How do you create that plan? Even though I'm hearing ideas from my family and friends, I'm confident that this is what I want to do because I've done the work, I've done the research, okay? So we want to play a little game here. If you have your phone or another device that you can go to, I would ask that you go to www.kahoot.it, okay? It is there for you. And I'm going to actually click the link. And when I get to the other share screen, you'll see a PIN number. And you're going to put that PIN number in. And you get to choose whatever username you would like as well. You can be whoever you want. Okay. So let me go to the website really quick. I'm going to stop this share and go to the site. I'll wait for it to log in before I go there. It's rolling, it's almost there. While you guys log into the site as well. All right, here we go. I'm gonna stop this share and go to the other one. Now let's go to our new share. All right, is everyone seeing Kahoot?
It's coming up, Charlene.
Okay, great.
What was the PIN number?
All right, so now you should see at the top, everybody see the PIN number there? It is 732 732 732-5129. 732-5129. There's Jeremy. Great. Great job, guys. All right. While we continue to see people logging in there, I just want to preference that this game is going to just get us in the mindset of career exploration. Okay. All right. Great job. We're getting in there. All right. Seems like we got people in, so let's get started. There's going to be some true and false questions. There's going to be some multiple choice. And so you just have to read the question and respond to it on your device.
Hey, Charlene, real quick, can you turn down the Kahoot sound just a smidge?
Oh, you guys can hear the music? Okay.
Yeah, it's just overpowering your voice, and we want to hear your beautiful voice.
Gotcha.
That's all. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you for letting me know that, Jessica. Let's see if I can turn it down here. All right, so it has begun. Most students know their major and career when they enter college. What do you guys think? Just trying to see if I can turn it down. I'm not sure if I did it or not.
So true is blue and red is false.
No. There we go. All right, what did you guys get? Let's see. Did it give us the answer? I think it's going a little slow.
There's about a 2-second delay from what you see to what we see.
Okay. Yeah, because mine still has like 10 seconds on there, so it's still kind of going here. Jan, do you see 5, 4,
5, 4,
3, 2?
2,
Okay.
1.
Awesome. Okay. So actually, this is correct. False. Most students don't know their major and careers when they enter college, which Janet and I are excited about that because that helps us help students identify what their major and career goals are. That's why we have a job. So it's okay to not know when you first enter college. So it's a good thing to explore those options while in college. So great job, guys. Good. Let's go to the next one. All right, Ben. All right, great. He's at the top there. Let's see. Let's go to the next question. What is the average number of times a student changes their major? All right, awesome, great. Now, researchers have said that students change their major average of 7 times. Could you guys imagine changing your major 7 times? Janet and I, as career coaches, we want to help you reduce that number. That's our job, is to help you identify your career choice and your major early in your education so that you don't have to change your major so many times. And sometimes, you know, your courses may help you change a major, but we want to reduce it. 7 times is a lot. So great job, guys. See how we did on that one. All right, Deb's ahead of the game on that one. All right, let's go next. Career assessments. You guys are getting good at this. All right, let's see. Oh, wow, great. Yes, career assessments are used to assess your interests, skills, or your personality to provide career options. The myth is that we want to use assessments for those assessments to tell us exactly what we should do. No, those assessments should give you an idea of what would be some strong possibilities, and that ultimate decision is ultimately yours to make. That assessment should not tell you what you should do, but give you some strong options. Great job, guys. All right, Chloe was quick on that one. All right, great. Let's go to the next. True or false? There is one perfect job for me. And the answer is, drum roll, false. You guys have so many talents and skills and interests that you may start off as a job, but there's not just one perfect job for you. There could be several, but we want to do research to find that good match, but you may be good at a couple of jobs based upon your skills and personality. Great. Okay, let's see. Chloe was quick on that one as well. Great job. All right. Another true and false. The first step in career planning process is getting to know you better.
That music is hot.
100% on this one. Great, guys. Yes, we need to get to know us better. You know what? When I first started college, I didn't realize that. I just knew I was going to school and I needed to choose something, but I didn't take the time to get to know me better. What were my interests? What did I like to do? And so I just chose something. And guess what, guys? I had to change my major because it wasn't a good fit for me. So yes, you guys are on it. Great. Okay, Chloe's still up there. Wow. Okay, good job, Chloe. All right. Who is responsible for making your career decision? All right. We were quick answering that one, so I think we might have 100%. Let's see. Yes, yes. We have 100% there. You are the ultimate person to make that career decision. Parents, friends, career coaches can give you ideas, but definitely you need to make that decision for yourself. Awesome, guys. Perfect. All right. Chloe's still up there. All right, last question, guys. What is one of the causes for career confusion? Great. Guys, it's basically the lack of knowledge about who you are and what you want to do, like me. Hopefully, I'm not the only one. We need to get to know what we want before we can even decide what we want to do. So great job, guys. Let's see who's our winner here. Michelle's in third place. Great job, Michelle. Deb's in second. And Chloe, yay! Thank you so much, guys, for playing and getting our minds into our career exploration mindset. Let me go ahead and exit here, and you want to leave and then go back to our PowerPoint. Great job, guys. All right, so I'll go back to our PowerPoint here. One sec. Awesome job. So hopefully some of those questions kind of got us in the mindset of what we need to start thinking about for career exploration. And we are now going to start to get into our strategies of how to be more confident in our career planning. So the career planning steps are, and this will be a great way to remember it, by the acronym GROW. Gain insight about ourselves, because remember we said we need to get to know who we are first, right? So gain some insight about ourselves, and then come up with some strong options, and then research those options. Do our pros and cons. What do we like about those options? What do we don't like about them? Obtain some experience, and we're going to talk about some ways to do that. And then ultimately work in our dream career. And guys, dream career to me not only means that we're making a lot of money, but doing something that we love to do. We're going to be working the majority of our lives. And I believe that waking up and going to a job that we love is the ultimate dream job. All right, so let's do this. I need some participation on this, guys. You guys been with me so far, so good. So either you could unmute and just respond, or you can put in the chat, and Janet will let me know if she sees anything in the chat. But let's say we're going to plan for the trip of a lifetime, okay? Money is no option, right? We can go anywhere in the world. Imagine that. Anywhere in the world, all of these options, that's a lot of options to think about, right? So what's the first decision we need to make when planning a trip or planning the trip of a lifetime? What do we need to decide first? Anybody have any ideas?
Budget?
I would think safety.
I'm sorry?
Safety.
Safety is one, yes, but what do we need to decide first? The very
Where are
first,
we going? Where are we going?
absolutely perfect. Thank you, guys. I knew you guys were going to be talking to me today. Great, I love it. Our destination, where are we going? So basically, when we think about all these options, we can go anywhere in the world. So we need to find out where we're going. What kind of helps us narrow those options down based upon what?
Budget?
Budget is another, that's a good one, Joe. We got to make sure we got enough money, but money's no option here. We're rich people in this room, all right? So money's no option. So what helps us kind of narrow those down based upon what?
Personal.
That we
Research.
research, and we research what we what?
Personal. Personal.
That we personally
What we
like. That's right. Our interests will narrow that down. Now I'm a warm, climate type of girl. So I'm going to go to the beaches and sunny skies and water and things of that nature. But there's some people who like the snow and they like to ski and things of that. So, it would narrow the search down. But can you agree that we still have a lot of options? There's a lot of places that have sunny skies, beaches, and sand and all of that. So I still got some research to do. I'm not sure who said it, but that's perfect. Research, research, research. That's going to be our theme of this whole thing. Now we have to look at transportation. Can we get everywhere by driving a car or riding a bus, or what do you think?
No.
Absolutely not. So we have to research what mode of transportation do we need to take to get there. We're not born knowing this stuff. So we have to do what? Somebody said it before. What's our theme?
Research.
We have to research, absolutely. So we have to figure out what's the mode of transportation to get to our preferred destination, correct? All right. So another thing we need to plan for is accommodations. Is there anybody else in the room that looks at reviews like I do?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yes.
Why do you take time to do that?
Get an idea if it's gonna be my best option.
Okay, because you're hearing it from what?
People who have
People who've been there.
experienced it.
People who have already been there before are going to tell you their experience. Now, you may not experience it exactly like they did, but doesn't that give you some confidence that you know a little bit about the place? Because I've never been there before, but there's other people who have been there that can kind of tell me what it's like and help me make a decision. Mine is
And
clean.
also,
Go ahead.
when you're looking at a review, you have to decide, are those things I can tolerate or not tolerate? Because sometimes the things that maybe set them off or with their pet peeves, you can handle and it's not a problem. So sometimes that gives you a lot more insight than just didn't like it, liked it.
Love it. Love it. Perfect answer. That is exactly true. That you still get to hear that review, but you still get to decide whether it's something that you feel comfortable with. For me, it's cleanliness. You know, I got to hear people tell me that it's clean, you know, and the more they tell me it's clean, the more I'm like, okay, I'm ready to make that option. So that was a great remark. Anybody have anything else about that?
You want to know what the customer service is like too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great, great, great. And then also we need to look at what documents do I need? Am I going out of the country and maybe I need a passport? Do I need an ID? I'm telling you, if you're getting on a plane and you don't have an ID, I don't think you're not going anywhere. I'm sorry, they're not letting you on there without an ID. So we need to know what documents do we need to get to our destination, right? And again, we have to do, what's our theme again?
Research.
Absolutely, research, because I thought getting a passport might be easy, but I found out through research that it wasn't just the easy process. So definitely researching what information I needed and what documents I needed to get to where I wanted to go. And then also, this is a big one. Now, this one is highly overlooked. When my person said safety, I remember that from the very beginning. We want to know what the culture is like and what the environment is like. It's not the same everywhere. And again, we find that out through research. My daughter went out of the country and I did research on like being safe. What are some things and tips that I needed to take into account for her to be safe? And it was, I mean, I spent days on that research. Does anybody know of anyone who took like maybe 6 months to a year to plan a trip or vacation before? Am I the only one?
I mean, I took about 6 months on planning my family vacation.
Absolutely. I took a year to plan my honeymoon, and it took me that long to do that research. So thank you, Stephen, for being, you know, on my side. Yeah, I did that. Now, why do you think we would take that much time doing that much research? That's a lot of time. A year, 6 months, 7 months? Why would we do that?
Just know that you're getting into the best situations possible, especially if it's something sentimental like a honeymoon. For example, my vacation, I took my now fiance, that was where I was going to propose to her. So I wanted it to be everything set up just perfectly.
Absolutely. It's important. We are making a big investment. We're spending money. We want to make sure we're getting the biggest bang for our buck. And we want it to be perfect, right? Or close to it, correct? But we definitely want to enjoy it when we get there. Make sense? Janet, do we have anything in the chat that you want to?
Yep. Lisa says that preparedness is a reason for planning. Chloe says we could spend a lot of money on this trip and we want it to be worthwhile. And Jeremy says the more planning, the better the experience.
Absolutely. I want you guys to keep all of those comments in your head, because I'm going to ask you another question. Do we do that much research when we think about our careers?
No.
Starting out now.
Ooh, I thought I was by myself for a minute, so thank you.
4 no's, 5 no's.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
most people
that-
wing it.
Go ahead, Wendy.
I think most people wing it. They just kind of see where life takes them, and wherever they land, and then they stay there.
Yep, that's kind of how I thought about it. I knew that college would be my next step, so that was a no-brainer, but I did not take the time to research and figure out what I wanted to do. So when that advisor asked me what's my major, I kind of panicked inside, but of course I wasn't gonna let her know I was panicking, right? So I let her know I got it all together, but really I didn't. So I'm looking at these lists of majors and I'm like, okay, I like math. Math is associated with accounting. And I said, yep, accounting is my major. And I was an accounting major for 3 years, guys. I could do the work. I mean, I had the skill to do it, but I had absolutely no interest in doing it. And so I ended up changing my major in my junior year, almost done with my degree, right? And so if I had gone through this process like we just did for our trip of a lifetime, I definitely would have been headed in the right direction. So
And
go
I was
ahead.
going to say sometimes our research is not the same. Like we might be asking other people who are in that job. That's a form of research that it doesn't necessarily mean computer things, but sometimes we need to expand our idea of what research is and say there's a lot more than just actually researching the amount of money it takes or whatever, but talking to people who are in those fields and stuff like that and finding out pros and cons of that field is a part of it too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know you guys are going to be great. So when we're looking at the career of a lifetime, it's the same process, guys. If we could take 6 months to a year planning that trip, then we definitely need to take as much time or maybe even more for our career. So definitely when we graduate from high school, we're rich. I mean, we could do anything. So sometimes that's a lot of options and it confuses people. So when we talk to students who are saying they're confused about what they want to do, we totally understand. There's so many options you can choose from that sometimes it's overwhelming to think about. But we can narrow those options down based upon what did we say about our trip of a lifetime? How do we narrow down those destinations based upon what?
Personal interests.
Interests, yeah. And so, you know, sometimes we know what those interests are, and sometimes we need a little help figuring out what those interests are, but we need to narrow them down so that we come up with some strong options. When we look at transportation, what level of education do I need to pursue to get to my destination? Do I need a certificate? Do I need a associate's degree? Do I need a bachelor's degree? Do I need a doctorate to get to the position that or the destination that I'm trying to go to? So we need to research that. We need to find out what we actually need. And then we talked about the value when we're looking at those accommodations, the value of talking to other people who have already been there. And we had someone give like a perfect feedback about, you may hear a review that this person feels like was a deal breaker for them, but it may be something that you're okay with dealing with, right? So I often use nursing, for example. Some people are like, I couldn't take, you know, blood, but some people are like, that's not a problem for me, you know? So doing the job shadowing and internships and informational interviews, talking to people who have been there before. What are some of the challenges? What do you love about that job? How did you get here? Has anybody ever had a job shadowing experience that helped them decide what they want to do and would be willing to share just a little bit about it?
I did for one of my classes.
And was it helpful, Alexis? Was it helpful? Did it help you decide that this, yes, confirmed that this is what you want to do? Or did it say, I'm so glad I did this because nah, it's not what I really want?
It was kind of a like 3-day field trip that we did for my automotive class. We went to his work and we diagnosed a couple cars, and it was a lot of fun.
Great. Go ahead.
It helped me decide that I did want to work in an environment like what he did. And it was really nice to get a kind of a hands-on experience with the work.
Absolutely. And so did you feel a little bit more confident that, yeah, I am pursuing the right career goal because I had this experience and it showed me that I would enjoy it? Did you feel a little bit more confident?
Yeah, it also gave me the insight into what it would look like to work with.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great. Thank you so much for sharing, Alexis. I appreciate that. And then again, we talked about documentation. Sometimes when we feel like we're going towards a career field, we may just think about the degree that we need. But after doing some research, we may find out that not only do I need this degree, but I need a certification that goes along with that degree, as well as I may need to get licensed in a certain area for that occupation that I'm pursuing. So if you don't do the research, you may assume that, hey, the degree is going to get me here, and you may need other credentials to get to your destination. So doing that research and finding out what documents you need. And then also, here's another thing that I was saying that is really highly overlooked, not just in planning a trip, but also in planning our careers, is looking at the culture and the environment. Again, I'm gonna stick with nursing again. You may know that nursing is the perfect profession for you, but have you ever researched like what department would be an ideal environment for you? Or is it in a hospital setting? Or is it in a doctor's office? There's just so many different environments, and each one of them have a culture of their own. And unless we research that and find that out, sometimes it's day one on the job that we find out that information. Okay, before I go on, Jen, is there anything in the chat? And then Jeremy, did you have something to add? Okay, I thought someone was saying something, but yes. So
I have,
go ahead, please.
What you described is exactly where I am. I'm a second-year nursing student, and I have no idea what environment I want to work in. But I have a long list of environments I don't want to work in. And that's where really I am, how to figure that out, what environment I want to work in.
Great. Well, I know that it's a little bit harder because of the pandemic that, you know, we used to be able to go in and do some job shadowing and maybe some volunteering. And now with the pandemic, it's limited that a little bit, but definitely reach out to people in the different departments, see if they have a moment to talk with you about the culture, about, you know, their opinion of what the culture is, and try to decide from there. But Sharon, thank you so much for admitting that, but that is exactly what we need to do at this moment in time, and not wait until the end. At the end, we're looking for a job, and we may be pressured to get that job, and we take what comes. But if we do that initial research and we kind of look at what are some different areas that we prefer, then we can do a more specific search when it's time to find jobs. So great. Thank you so much for sharing that.
So I might be able to, I don't know, have a little bit of advice for her. I've been in the medical field for about just over 7 years, and I'm thinking, well, right now I'm going for nursing, but now I'm kind of questioning that if I still want to stay in the medical field or not. But I guess if you don't have an idea of what area in the medical field you want to go to, whether it be like OB or dermatology or primary care. I worked in urgent care, like ER or Ready Med or one of the walk-in clinics for about 5 years. And I thought that was a great start for anybody coming right out of college or not sure, because you're just exposed to everything. Wow. And it's just a great learning experience altogether, but it also gives you an idea of where you would like to go further in that area.
So are you talking about urgent care?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's very helpful. I had wondered about that. I do feel like when you're brand new, you need to get experience. You can't be stuck in some hole, not hole, but you can't be somewhere where you don't get a lot of experience, or you're just not gonna really grow. And when you're
Right.
okay.
I went into urgent care right after college, and well, about a year or so afterwards. And I ended up doing having a lot of externship students come in, or, hiring them in out of college, and basically just preach to them, if you don't know where you want to go yet, this is a great place to learn and a great place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. I could definitely see that because you're exposed to all different types of conditions to where you may decide, well, I really like to go to oncology or critical care. So that is a great suggestion. Thank you so much for offering that. Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And we talked a little bit about gaining insight about ourselves, and sometimes we may know what our interests are, and sometimes we just maybe need a little help with identifying what they are. And so we have some career assessments that we use at Ivy Tech that are free to our students, not just as a student, but even as an alumni. So even once you leave Ivy Tech, you'll still have free access to these services. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about Indiana Career Explorer, but we do have another session coming up next, which I hope you continue to get involved with each one of these sessions all week long. They're going to totally put you ahead of the game. And Janet actually is going to be the facilitator of that presentation. And she's going to talk to you more about Tradeify, which is a personality assessment. So with the Indiana Career Explorer assessment, it looks at your interests, what your skills are, what skills you already have, and what may transfer into another major or field. A great example of that is I have students who work in customer service. They may work in retail, and they want to go into healthcare. You work with people all day, every day. You're on your feet. It's busy work. And these are skills that you can transfer into your future career. So we want to look at those as well. And then also your value. What is your ideal work environment? So here's another way that you can explore the culture and the working environment of some of these positions, because in this site, it will give you detailed information about that, as well as videos. I love visuals, so I love the videos. So just to share a little bit what you would experience. Let's go into it. Here is where you would go, indianacareerexplorer.org. Okay, and here's what the front screen would look like. You would just do a quick little login. It's going to ask you some information about you so that your results will closely match what you're looking for. Once you take the assessment, there's going to be 3 mini assessments, one for your interests, one for your skills, and one for your values. And once you take all 3, it takes about maybe 15-20 minutes to complete all 3. It will give you results, and they will look similar to this, where it give you your top 5 career clusters and your career fields. And I love that it gives you the field, because it's not specifically saying that a certain occupation or position is your top 5. Here is the area that would be a good fit for you. So like for this person, their number 1 is like working with people, helping them, whether it be personally, physically, or in an educational environment. So we can think about a lot of professions that fit that: healthcare, education, okay? Where you would learn accounting. Some accountings teach you how to manage your finances. So that's an educational environment. So there's several fields that can go into this cluster, all right? So once you get your results, you can click on either the pathway or the cluster. And once you click, it will give you a field. So again, like this is health sciences. And so you can click on any of those pathways there, and it will give you a laundry list of occupations that fall under those categories. And you can click on any of those occupations, all right? And the reason I've been talking about nursing, because nursing is the example that I have here as well, which will kind of go with what we were talking about here. So I had this laundry list of professions, but I chose to click on registered nurse. So when I clicked on registered nurse, it gave me a little mini overview of what they do. Okay, so you have your description there, and then it gives you some labor market information like the salary range, what level of education they think you should have. And as you see, for nursing has bachelor's degree because they are, you know, encouraging our nurses to go get their bachelor's. But I'm telling you guys that nursing is in healthcare period is in such high demand for the state of Indiana that you can get a really good job with your associate's degree and then continue on to get your bachelor's. So they're just giving you that level of trying to encourage you to look towards a bachelor's degree. And then it gives you like the demand, it gives you nationwide, and it also gives you for the state as well. I didn't have that on our little presentation here, but it has a video where you can click the video and actually see a video of, and they actually use Methodist Hospital. So they use local employers to create these videos. I love it. And then they also have other tabs where you can look at the task, get more in-depth information about the salary, more in-depth information about what educations or certifications that you would need. And here's another great example that you can't do nursing with just a degree. You would need to be licensed, right? And so here is a way to research that and find out what other credentials you would need to do that job, right? Any questions about Indiana Career Explorer? I hope that you guys take advantage. Go ahead, Sharon.
Yeah, what was that? Was that a website or was that on Ivy Tech's page?
It's a website. It's a website that you can use, and it's free to our students. So when you go in, you're going to select that you're a student, and then you're going to choose Ivy Tech as your school.
And the link is in the chat.
Career Explorer?
Yeah,
Yes.
that link is in the chat right now.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you, JJ.
Oh, thank you, Janet.
It is org. It's indianacareerexplorer.org.
I think it'll come up both ways as well. So perfect. Okay. So that's one way to just explore some options that you may be considering. You may just be like, I wonder what this occupation is, and just research it as well. It doesn't have to be exactly what you want to pursue, but you may want to research any and all positions that you're exploring. Here are some other ways that you can research those options. We talked a little bit about informational interviews where you would meet with people in that industry and ask them some career-related questions to get some advice on that particular field or that position. I love, 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 love job shadowing. If you ever get a chance to actually shadow a person that does that job, that's going to give you hands-on information as if this is a good fit for you. Sometimes we can read about it and it sounds great, but to be in the environment and experience it will give you more confidence as if this is a good fit for you or not. Volunteering is also another way to get some hands-on experience, but it's also another way to tell the employer that you're committed to this profession, to where you volunteered your time and gave it to an employer as well. And that says a little bit about your character. So it's just a great way to get some experience and also show that you're committed. All right. So that's 3 ways there that you can get more experience and actually network with employers. So here's some benefits, is that first of all, you find out if it's a good fit for you, right? Learn about your career options. Like Sharon was talking about, yes, I know I want to be in nursing, but what are my options? So you can talk to employers and they can give you an idea based upon the information that you give them. Like, hey, you may be a good fit for this, and you may not have ever even known that that was a possibility, okay? But the biggest thing is that it's going to give you opportunity to network with employers. You never know what information that an employer can give you just by having that informational interview, job shadowing. They may see that you're a good fit for their organization and may say, hey, when you graduate, come back. We would love to work with you. You just never know. Or they may say they will be a mentor for you. If you haven't heard about it, LinkedIn, or have an account already, LinkedIn is a great way to network with professionals. Some employers even hire from LinkedIn. There is a session this week on LinkedIn, so definitely take advantage of that. They'll show you how to set up your account, how to market yourself on LinkedIn, and so that will be another great presentation for you. All of them are wonderful. That'll be another great presentation for you to attend. The website is linkedin.com. If you want to go in there and kind of play around with it, this is where you want to put professional information about yourself on there, similar to a resume, where employers can make a decision about whether you're a good fit for them based upon the information that you provide. Okay. I've gotten messages from employers before that they see my LinkedIn, they saw my LinkedIn, and they thought that I would be a good fit for a position that they had, and I'm not even job searching. Okay, so I hadn't even put out there that I'm job searching. They just saw my LinkedIn profile and thought I would be a great fit. So it's just a great way to network. Working on campus. I don't know if you guys know, but there's federal work study positions on campus where you can get some hands-on experience working on campus. You have to have 6 credit hours to be eligible, manage a 2.0 GPA. If you're a first-year student and you don't have a GPA yet, then that doesn't apply to you. And then you can also have to have a completed FAFSA on file. It's through the financial aid, so you get paid actually $10 an hour for up to 20 hours a week. So you could be eligible for up to 20 hours a week. So you could be earning while you're learning on campus. So which is another great way to build your experience and to find out if a field or a form of work is the best fit for you. Okay. You can find positions of federal work study positions on Hire Ivy. So if you go to your My Ivy page and you go to your home page, you'll see a Hire Ivy icon. And when you click on there, you go in there and you can actually research federal work study positions on campus. Now, how do you link your majors and programs to your career options? Now, you've done some research. You found out some strong options. You can go on to ivytech.edu/schools and see all the lists of schools that we have available. And based upon your interest, skills, and values, what will be some possible majors that will be a good fit for your personality, your interests, and start to research those as well. Career coaches like Janet and I, like I stated before, we're still, even during the pandemic, we're still taking appointments. We do them on phone or virtually, and we can help you discuss those strong options. You don't have to make that decision alone. If you feel like you're still confused and you just need to talk it through with someone, that's what we're here for. I talk to students who know exactly what they want to do. They just want to talk it over with someone just to feel confident that they're thinking about it the right way. This is a free service to you guys, and we're here for you. Utilize us. That's what we're here for. Okay. So here's how you connect with us. You log on to your My Ivy. On your student dashboard, there should be a tab that says advising, and you can click on Ivy Advising and schedule an appointment with an advisor. Now, your career coaches will be found under your connections. Okay, so under your connections, you can either search us by name, or all the career coaches will come up. And then you can actually view their calendars and see their open availability, which will be called office hours. And you can choose what appointment would be best fit your schedule. Okay. And here's the biggest part, feeling confident about your choice. Like I said from the very beginning, most students don't quit school because they can't do the work. It's because they become nervous about, like, am I making the right decision? Is this really a good fit for me? Especially when you come on those hard, difficult classes and you're like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? You have to have some connection to your career field, your major, in order to get through those tough classes. So you want to feel confident about that decision. So that's your first step. Look at your skills and your strengths. Where am I strong in this area? Why am I a good fit for this pursuit? And just have that tie, that strong tie, because I have these skills and strengths. You know how you fit within that field or that position. Your story, create your career story. What did you do before as far as jobs, and what did you like about those jobs that you can carry over into your career? When you have a career break like today, like I applaud every last one of you guys for making this an important task for you to, yes, we're on a break, but I need to learn more about how I could pursue my career and how I can get more prepared. So you took that first step and attended these events. I hope you attend all of them. But what opportunities are you looking for now? Is it a volunteer? Is it internship? Or is it just, I'm just exploring at this time, which is all great things to do. Get in the right mindset. Be positive. Get rid of, what are your fears? What are you afraid of? Let's face them, look and see what we're afraid of, and get the help you need to get rid of those fears. Like I said, if you're fearful about what career you need to choose, hey, you got career coaches to talk with, right? Identify your gaps. Again, do I need a degree? Do I need a certification? What is my gap getting me from where I am now to that position that I want to pursue? What do I need? What tools, what skills, what training do I need? And then create a plan, not just a plan, guys, an action plan. Those items that I'm going to take action on. And you can break them down into many milestones, okay? You can have a whole plan, but I want to accomplish this milestone first and then build upon it. And again, your career coaches can help you create that plan, okay? And speaking of plan, in Hire Ivy, you have a career development portfolio. And it is amazing, guys, because what it is, it lists all the things that you could do to become career ready. You're already pursuing your degree, right? So now you have a tool that can help you also prepare for your career. Meet your career coach. There's work and learn activities, which means that we're bringing employers to campus. You're talking about, how do I get connected and talk to employers about how to prepare for my career field? Guess what? We have career experience specialists who are bringing these employers to the table. They're ready to talk to you guys. They're ready to share with you what you need to do to get prepared. We even have career fairs coming up where they're ready to hire our students. I'm telling you guys, employers love Ivy Tech students because we try to prepare you as best as possible to get a job. So we're bringing those employers to the table to help you get those jobs. You don't struggle with a resume. We can help you get a quality resume together. How to do those elevator pitches and how to network with employers. We talked about LinkedIn and the benefits of that. How to interview. Guys, I get nervous every time I have an interview, I must admit. Right? But you have someone that you can practice with. We have a tool where you can practice. You do not have to do this thing alone. Okay, we are here to help you. So in Hire Ivy, the same way I showed you before, you go into My Ivy, and then on your home page, you have an icon for Hire Ivy. Once you click on Hire Ivy and you see your menu of services, under student resources, you have your career development portfolio. And every time you complete something, it will get checked off. So even by attending this workshop, guys, you're working on your career development portfolio. You automatically get something checked off by attending today. Okay, so continue as many more as possible, and then go in and take a look at some of the activities that you can accomplish to become more prepared. All right, Janet, do we have any questions or any comments in the chat?
No, we're doing good. People are just asking about how they can make an appointment, and we're covering that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, and so Again, this is Career Coaching and Employer Connections. We are still working virtually. We have virtual appointments. We can do it by phone or Zoom. We also have those career-related workshops I was telling you about, like we are doing today, but we have some that we bring employers in to talk to you, so look out for those. I talked to you about those career assessments. We went a little bit over Indiana Career Explorer, but Janet, if you stick around with us for another session, she's going to go more into Tradeify. And then we talked about the employment side of the fence, where we can share with you about internships and get you connected. There's a thing called micro internships, help you with the resume and things of that nature. So guys, you are not alone. Reach out to us. Let us help you with these resources, because first of all, it's free. Okay, never pay anybody to help you with your resume or help you find a job. You don't need that. You always have us as a service for you for free, not just as a student, but as an alumni. Okay, so again, if we can take 6 months to a year preparing for a trip or vacation, we definitely want to spend that much time or more preparing for our careers, and we are here to help you do that. Okay, so I want to give some time for questions or comments, but I have definitely thoroughly enjoyed you guys being here. You guys talked back to me, and it was definitely engaged. So we even had some students offering some incredible tips and information. So you guys are wonderful. So I'm going to give it a little bit time for you guys to ask questions or comments. Anybody have anything to share?
I do have a postscript to how you closed out the session, Charlene. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because we are presenting statewide, some campuses have not yet transitioned over to that CDP or the CCEC model. We're still working through the Career Development Office. So if you're not seeing events in your campus, just hold tight. We're slowly transitioning, and everybody should be on this model within the next year. But always talk to your network at Ivy Tech in the Career Development Department or in advising to get information.
Thank you so much, Jessica, for reminding me of that fact. But guys, if you don't have your CDP set up yet, that's not a problem. Reach out to your Career Development Office. You have staff there who are still ready to help you with all of those items that we discussed today. So again, you still have those services for free, and as a student and as an alumni.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you, guys. And so again, thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Guys, you will not be disappointed. You need to take advantage of every event being presented this week. It's going to put you ahead of the game. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys, and take care. If you want to stick around for Janet's presentation, she's up next.
Personality and career coming up.
Yay. So would it be okay to take a quick 5-minute bio break?